Hello everyone and welcome to this week's journey. This artwork was requested by my mother. She wanted a burgundy colored mushroom fairy to hang in her one room, which is going to be burgundy themed. It's not there yet, but it's going to be. And I also discovered that if you just type in burgundy mushroom, all it does is it shows you those little fat, short, chubby mushrooms that are used for cooking, so you have to specifically say wild if you want something that looks interesting. The tree stump that I used as a base for my tree was a picture I took while Mom and I were camping a few weeks ago. I took over 100 pictures while we were out camping, and when I saw the little stump, I'm like, I need that for her picture, so I took a picture of it. The black rectangle that is in the middle of the picture here is basically the size of the opening for the frame that she had bought, but I wanted to make a full picture and not just a little picture, so I positioned things around that rectangle. The mushroom I ended up picking had this really cool kind of frilly look to it, and when I saw it, I'm like, that's it. That's the one. So I used that, and I'm really happy with how she turned out. I did have a little bit of indecision on her lower half at first, but then I decided to go with a more kind of flowy gown look to her, and I think it turned out really good. I love the line weight that I used on it. I think it really adds to the picture as well. And she was a lot of fun to do. I was a little worried how I was gonna do her at first, but once I started working on her, I was like, this isn't nearly as difficult as I thought. And then of course I had to add in little itty bitty teeny tiny dragon buddies like I did in the original picture, mushroom fairy picture, because Mom thought those were really cute too. These ones are a little bit more fluffy than the original one that I did, but you know, there can be different kinds. And yeah, overall I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I did fuss around with her colors a little bit here and there, but eventually got them to be cohesive and stay within the burgundy range. I'm really happy with the background as well, and like the little plants I threw in and stuff like this. I thought it would, I'm not sure why I initially put it in, but I do like that I have this little rock path kind of leading up to the little dragon's home. And I thought to kind of frame the picture, it would be cool if I just had kind of like much closer leaves, and that would kind of like you're looking through the leaves and you see this little the mushrooms for you, like, oh hello, and the little dragons are like, is this a good person? With the fairies saying hello, so they must be a good person. And yeah, her hair was definitely the thing that I had the most confusion on how to color. Because I didn't want it to like totally blend in with all the other colors and be lost, but I didn't want to super stand out, so I did a few different colors and I showed them to my mom and I let her pick. So she ended up with this really cool kind of gradient color hair. And yes, I had a lot of fun with this. It didn't take me as long as I thought it would. It took me about 4 hours and 40-ish minutes. Thought it was gonna take longer, but it didn't. I do like how I did these plants where I didn't like totally draw them in. I thought that kind of looked cool. I had more to say. And I can't remember, I'm so tired. I'm rushing to get this video done. I seem to be doing that a lot recently. Thank you for watching and joining me on this week's journey, and I hope to see you next week. And until then, bye!